Hi, my name is Carla Duncan. I currently hold the rank of Constable within the Australian Federal Police. I studied a Bachelor of Social Science with a double major of Criminology and Psychology at James Cook University, and I started commencing that in 2009. Looking back now on that incident, it really is 2 minutes and 40 seconds that changed my entire life forever. As a police officer, I think, particularly in general duties, every day you can have a difficult day, but particularly if you're going into a domestic violence job or a car accident or dealing with elderly abuse or something like that. I honestly think there's been several difficult days, but by far the most for me was when I was attacked on duty on the 1st of July in 2018. On that day, it was a routine theft job that I was attending. It was actually the theft of a mobility scooter in the suburb of Revette in Canberra. I was with my sergeant and an acting sergeant, and we were there to talk to the man who had taken it. The offender had set his American pit bull onto the three of us. During the attack, the dog kept trying to get to my face and my throat. I'm extremely lucky that I didn't fall over or get down to that point, because I honestly think if I had any longer, the dog could have gotten to an artery or a massive blood supply, and that could have been a lot worse than the outcome that happened. I went into significant shock. The ambulance arrived and took me to hospital, where I was there for a couple of days, and I received several surgeries on my hand and my right calf. I had, I think, about over 120 stitches. But that day was the only day I've ever felt like I may never see my family again. I thought I was going to die. So for me, of being that truly vulnerable and being that terrified, it is the worst thing that's happened to me, but at the same time it's also the best thing that's ever happened to me. And the sense of, I'll never forget the people that were there. I'll never forget the police officers who have shown me care and kindness, and the leadership that I got in the Australian Federal Police, and what it really means to be in that blue family. So that was the best thing that ever happened to me tonight, and the worst thing that ever happened to me, and I got diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder. I got told at one stage that I need to prepare myself that I may never be an operational police officer again. So I remember looking in the mirror and thinking to myself, there's only two ways I can go. I can feel sorry for myself and remain the victim, or I can accept what's happened, take one step at a time, and start to build on my resilience and my strength. And what I found is, by embracing that vulnerable side of me and building on that through therapy and through family support, and obviously through support of the AFP and the AFP union, I was able to build a version of myself that was different to the one before. And sometimes I look back on that person who I was, and I would say to my psychiatrist, I sometimes feel sad. And she said, why? And I said, because I'm grieving the person who I was before that attack. But if I look now, I'm almost more proud of the person who I am because of what I accomplished. And honestly, when you've been through trauma and been through things that totally change your life forever, you truly appreciate your interpersonal relationships, and you truly appreciate the position that you're in. I'm so fortunate to still be a police officer and still be able to protect our community. Sharing my story with recruits, for me, I've gotten so much out of it, in the sense of just teaching them what I could have done better, and teaching them what's available, and essentially teaching people it's okay to not be okay. If you did your job and saw things that not everyone gets to see, and that some of them are horrific things, and if you walked away not being affected at all, I'd be more concerned with that than what I would be if you were upset. So having that ability to give recruits tools to access that support if they are struggling after something, for me, I see them having a long career path rather than a short career path. And also spreading that message of empathy and kindness.